like, how do you connect with players? It's like they've got to know that you care about them, even if it's a stop on the way in St. Louis to the NFL, or if you're in somebody's living room, right, trying to get them to come play football in Ames, Iowa. Like, do you dip into that care factor to sort of really get through to your guys?
Yeah, it's vitally important in this generation as well, because the players, whether they're going from high school to college to NFL, that they want to go to war with someone that has their back. And it's not just being their friend as a coach. I love my players that I coach. I love the players that I mentor. I spent 2 weeks with Iowa State in training camp, just watching Matt Campbell doing the things, being with the tight ends, and they got one of the best tight end groups in the country. Like, what can I give to help these guys succeed? And now as a head coach, it's like, okay, there's a lot of different things I'm trying to prove, right? I got a head coaching job a little differently than other head coaches, right? I didn't have the traditional path. I didn't have the traditional resume. Now, I think I have a strong resume on everything I've done in my career, but it's not the traditional coaching resume from going from maybe a high school coach to the college level to wherever these guys are going. So it's like, what can I do different? What can I provide that's different? And you're right. It's giving these guys the values, the needs, and understanding, and pushing them to the point where, like, listen, you got to be a truth teller, number one, but you don't want to wreck these guys' mindsets, because this is the mental aspect is much bigger than it ever was when I was a player. Like, you either had that hard grinding coach and you followed it and you either made it or you didn't. And, they probably, for the guys, they tried to weed those players out, or instead of weeding those extra guys out, can I maximize them more so that I can get more out of them? There's a key factor into that. And I'm trying to develop and continue to do that. I think I'm on a great pace with that, but it is about teaching and having these guys backs. But also, man, you got to help them grow, because at the end of the day, they got to know, can I do this? Can I get to the next level? Everybody wants to go to the NFL, which is great. They should all have those dreams, but they need to understand and realize what it takes to get there. And it's different now in college, right? These guys are getting paid. So there's a different mindset. They've kind of always felt like they've made it, they've accomplished that. And I love the fact that we pay players now, but how do you help them continue to grow? And I just look at places like Iowa State, Matt Campbell. He's not a transactional coach, but they're using $10-15 million of the rev share money to pay their players, right? So how do they still do it? It's not because, they're in the Big 12. That's easy bull. I mean, the Big 12 is just as good as any other conference. They just don't play each other, and people they listen to the media and the masses, and they don't understand. But man, like, you can still do that. You can still be a part of this new turnover in money and the players getting paid. And you got to embrace the changes and adapt. And guys like Nick Saban, what they do, they got out. They don't want to be part of it. And that's okay. At least he was aware enough to understand this is going to be tough. It's going to be a challenge. I can't just get players to come to Alabama just for me, because there's money involved. And that is the deciding factor. So again, just where is that landscape going? Where do I want to go with it? You talked about coaching. I want to be a college head coach, period. I'm ready. I have a plan. I have a vision, but my time will come. My feet are grounded, and I'm going to wait my turn. But I'm growing and learning every single day, and helping players is the only way I know how to do it.
Now, would you, like,